When you think of drift cars, names like the Silvia 350Z or RX-7 probably come to mind. But hiding in plain sight is a car that might not look like a drift monster at first glance: the Lexus IS300. Known for its luxury badge and smooth ride, this sedan carries a secret under the hood that makes it one of the best sleeper drift platforms in the world. Today, we're building the ultimate drift-ready IS300, and showing you why this luxury four-door has earned a cult following in the drift scene. The luxury drift underdog. The Lexus IS300 made its debut in the early 2000s as Lexus's answer to European sports sedans like the BMW 3 Series. It was refined, stylish, and comfortable. But what most people didn't realize at the time is that the IS300 had a serious trick up its sleeve: the legendary 2JZGE inline-6 engine. That's right, a close relative to the 2JZGTE found in the Toyota Supra. Suddenly, this wasn't just a luxury sedan. It was a potential drift weapon waiting to be unleashed. Why the IS300 is a great drift car. So why do drifters love the IS300? Let's break it down. First, its rear-wheel drive, which is the foundation of any drift car. Second, the 2JZGE engine is tough, reliable, and capable of handling boost with the right upgrades. And third, it's a four-door sedan, which means you can shred tires on the track, then cruise home in comfort. It's the perfect mix of sleeper style and sideways chaos. Engine and power, the 2JZ heart. Under the hood, the IS300 packs the 2JZGE, a naturally aspirated 3.0-liter inline-6. Stock, it produces around 215 horsepower, not mind-blowing, but enough to kick the tail out. But here's where it gets interesting. The 2JZ block is legendary for its strength. With the right turbo setup, this engine can make anywhere from 400 to over 800 horsepower reliably. That's why the IS300 has become a favorite for drift builds. You get the reliability of Toyota engineering and the potential of one of the most iconic engines ever built. For beginners, even a stock IS300 with a welded differential is enough to learn drifting. But if you want competition-level performance, a turbo kit with proper fueling and EQ tuning turns the IS300 into a smoke machine. Chassis and handling, balance meets control. The IS300 chassis is often overlooked, but it's a gem. With independent suspension all around and a well-balanced frame, the IS feels planted and predictable when sideways. It's slightly heavier than traditional drift icons like the Silvia, but with proper suspension tuning, it can be just as agile. The key upgrades here are coilovers, adjustable arms, and most importantly, an angle kit. With those, the IS300 gains the steering angle needed for big drifts and transitions. Suddenly, the sedan isn't just a family car, it's a slide-happy drift weapon. Building the ultimate drift is 300. 1. Suspension and angle. Step 1. Suspension. Coilovers are a must, giving you control over ride height and stiffness. Brands like BC Racing, KW, or Fortune Auto are popular among IS300 owners. Pair that with adjustable control arms and an angle kit from Wisefab or Fix Engineering, and you'll unlock the steering geometry needed for competition-level drifting. 2. Differential. Next up, the diff. Many stock IS300s come with open differentials, not good for drifting. A limited slip differential, or a welded diff for budget builds, ensures both rear wheels spin together, giving you consistent slides. 3. Wheels and tires. The IS300 looks amazing with aggressive wheels. For drifting, you'll want sticky fronts and burnable rears. Go for wide wheels with low offset for the classic drift stance, and don't be afraid to run a stretched tire setup for style points. 4. Power mods. Now for the fun part. Power. A turbo kit on the 2JZGE is the ultimate upgrade. Even a mild 400 horsepower setup transforms the IS300 into a drift monster. Add exhaust, intercooler, injectors, and a standalone EQ, and you've got yourself a car capable of running with the best drift builds on the planet. 5. Weight reduction and safety. At around 3,400 pounds, the IS300 isn't light. But strip out the rear seats, swap in racing buckets, and add a roll cage, and you'll not only cut weight but also make the chassis stiffer and safer. Safety gear, helmets, harnesses, fire systems is non-negotiable in a serious drift build. The IS300 in the drift scene. The IS300 may not have the fame of the Silvia or iX7, but it's carved out its own place in drifting culture. From grassroots events to pro-level builds, the IS has proven it can hang with the best. In fact, some of the cleanest, most surprising drift builds come from IS300 owners who love shocking the crowd when a luxury sedan goes full sideways. Cultural impact. The sleeper factor. Part of the IS300's charm is the sleeper factor. On the outside, it looks like a modest Lexus sedan. But the moment it kicks sideways and screams with turbo power, jaws drop. It's the kind of car that makes you smile because it defies expectations. It's not just a drift car, it's a statement. The Sound 2JZ Symphony. And of course, we can't forget the sound. Whether naturally aspirated or turbocharged, the 2JZ sings a song every car enthusiast loves. Add a straight pipe exhaust and external wastegate, and the IS300 becomes a rolling symphony of turbo whistles, pops, and screams, a soundtrack that's music to any drifter's ears. Conclusion. From luxury to legend. The Lexus IS300 may have started life as a comfortable luxury sedan, but in the hands of enthusiasts, it's become something much more. With its 2JZ heart, balanced chassis, and endless tuning potential, the IS300 has earned its spot as one of the most underrated drift cars of all time. Build it right, respect its power, and send it sideways, and the IS300 will prove to you that legends aren't always born, sometimes they're built.